When last we left our heroes, and I had longer hair, our party had just gotten through dealing with a mansion full of a crazy murder cult. So as we started our adventure, they burned the place down to the ground with a bunch of silver and trying to figure out what to do. The great part was, this time, we were going to be starting something that I hadn't done yet, which is run from Tales of the Awning Portal, the Sunless Citadel. This adventure, and this is going to be our first time, this adventure was originally published in 2000 as a beginning adventure for 3rd edition of the D&D game. Yay! 3rd edition. Awesome. So in preparing for this, I basically, kind of glanced through it and kind of have an idea what they're going to run into. And beyond that, I'm making all this up, all the little side things, taking whatever I find in there and changing it as I see fit, as I do, on the fly. So what's going to happen with our adventures as they descend into the Sunless Citadel? Well, let's find out, because my name is Patrick, and this is the Campaign Diary. Last adventure ended with them getting a bunch of silver pieces and Hetfield deciding to burn the whole damn place down. I was kind enough at this point, instead of having them try to carry all this, I made sure that there was some horses in a stable out back, so they were able to pack all that stuff on one and make their way to the town of Oakhurst. Oakhurst is the opening town for the Sunless Citadel. If you want to know, it is this page, and that is literally everything I had. So the party traveled for a day. They had the sense to say, wait a minute, we should rest an entire day here because we spent half the night up and we burned up all our spells and nearly died again. So they spent a day relaxing, watching the place burn straight to hell. Started out the next day and traveled. This gave them the advantage of not running into the tree blights that were going to be there if they stayed anywhere in the wilderness. So they made it. In the evening, they were able to go to the general store. At the general store, the noble there, by the name of Kerwin Hookreel. I hate these names sometimes. We'll go with Hookreel. Kerwin Hookreel. Although I don't think they captured their name. They were able to exchange that silver for something a little more carryable. Hetfield noticed that she was a little down and decided to start playing some music. I was kind enough to throw him out for being a dick. So he never exactly ingratiated himself with the person who he probably should have ingratiated himself with. I think they skipped the shrine and the jail. They went straight to the Old Boar Inn, which was the inn in town. Hetfield made some money and in buying drinks, spent pretty much all that money. I think he netted maybe 1 gold out of everything. They were able to find out some of the rumors. They found that there was some bad things happened due to a dragon named Chardalon. I can't read that. Yeah, I just read this out. I haven't figured out how that dragon's going to be in this world, but he's an ancient dragon, and he basically destroyed the hell out of the Sunless Citadel. They know that there's a missing party, which, unlike the adventure, which has 4, their missing party is 5, the 4 that are listed in the book, and a certain bard that they were here looking for. Of course, that bard is Hetfiled von Ulrich, who's been lost. Of course, he has that manual that our Hetfield needs to really kick his mandolin into full gear, which I still haven't figured out all the powers on that yet, and it'll be good when I do. So after gathering all the information and sleeping another night and not going to the Sunless Citadel, they proceeded. When they got there, they found the ruins. They managed to scale down rope. Hetfield chose to go first and got his ass chewed to shite by a trio of rats. I rolled attacks. 2 of them hit. both rolled max damage. Then when they got down to 1, I rolled again and nat 20s and rolled max damage again. I mean, yeah, he lost over half his hit points just fighting rats, and we aren't even in the Citadel yet. We're climbing down to it. They did manage to get down to the courtyard without any further incidents, without falling into the traps, without getting mauled by any more rats. They went into the tower shell. If you have this adventure, we're in room number 4. They went into the tower shell. They managed to go. They went down and found the dragon door, which of course is locked. Fought another rat. Not exciting. They went back to the shell. They found the hidden door, where they found some skeletons, some gold, and a few arrows, +1 arrows, which are pretty awesome. They then went to room number 14, which is the enchanted water cache. After having their beastly barbarian Gretta rip the lid off, they were attacked by the mephits. This is where Aleena discovered what damage immunity is, because she tried to hit the steam mephit with the firebolt and did nothing. So they got that stuff and were happy. At this point, it was 1 a.m. my time. It was after 10 Pacific time, and 2 out of 3 of us were dead tired. I, on the other hand, had caffeine, so I was lively. But being that I kind of need the players, that's where we left it for the night. So, while it wasn't a heavy or long exploration, it did give us a chance to get into the Citadel and get a feel for some of the fun. Which, I'm going to say this. Though this is going to be my unqualified endorsement, I tried this, and this is fun to play. It's fun to go through some of these classic big-ass adventures where you're going to spend a lot of time in there. I'm thinking at the rate we're going, there's maybe 2 or 3 more sessions that we're going to spend rolling through just the Sunless Citadel. And the Sunless Citadel is the first of adventures here. How many are there? I don't even remember. We got the Sunless Citadel, the Forge of Fury, the Hidden Shrine of Tamoachan, or where the hell do they come up with these names? We got the White Plume Mountain, we got Dead and Fey, Against the Giants, and the one I'm looking forward to throwing somebody into just for shits and giggles, the Tomb of Horrors. So that's 7 adventures. So we're going to get fired up here, and we're going to try this again. We're going to see what happens when the party goes further in, because if they go through one of the next 2 doors, is going to get us into the first part of this dungeon. They know that they're going to run into some goblins and some kobolds, and they don't have a lot more information than that. They're going to run into at least one of those creatures, probably in the next room. But I'm not going to say any more, because since Lars has to edit this and he's playing Hetfield, if I tell you any more, he knows what's going on. But we'll find out what happens. I will say that the first encounter is not going to be an automatic combat. So you kind of just got to open the door and find out what happens. And we're going to do that next time. Because I don't know what happens. They don't know what happens. No one knows what's going to happen at all. And that's what the point of D&D is all about, finding the story together. So until next time.